Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review for Eternals issue 6. And this was a pretty good issue because we kind of got the conclusion, well, one conclusion with the setup of what that conclusion means for the Eternals. So, we see how it was unfolding, how Phastos was able to get to Thanos. He was in the time kind of dilated city, Titanos, and saw that Thanos was following through and was able to collect him, pretty much piece him back together. And you're like, I found something disturbing. He was the first one to be resurrected, and he was going there to see a place where he didn't throw himself into despair. And he saw him. He's like, I need you to do something. And the thing is, Thanos is actually an Eternal. He just hasn't been coded to the machine, so he gives him limited capabilities for that, but said that, like, yeah, you're not going to be resurrected and your body will fail. Thanos, of course, thinks he's got the upper hand, and then it shifts to the Eternals fighting Thanos, and it's a pretty big brawl. We see that Thanos thinks that it's mainly just a slaughter and a massacre because the machine differentiates it like he doesn't see himself as doing battle because that would mean that they would be equals. Well, we see them kind of like getting through everything, but we see that Cersei remembers being told by She-Hulk that Thanos had killed her by using, or pretty much killed her by using fungus, and she kind of unleashes it on him as well to kind of stop him as they're like able to like take him down. But before they're able to pretty much stop him, Phastos is in the Great Machine and it's not stopping, and he needs someone, so he tells them to like exit the loop, and everybody's like shot everywhere else. And then Icarus is like, all right, I'm coming to kind of like have it fix the Great Machine. And we see that Sprite's like, hey, Toby, just trust in Icarus. He's a hero, man. He tries to be a hero. He'll get this all fixed out as everything's going fucking crazy. So Icarus pretty much pops up, says, what do I gotta do? He's gotta like kind of construct it to make sure that it works. And he goes into pretty much the forge kind of place and sacrifices himself to fix it. After he kind of goes in, we see that Droog's able to get into Phastos's kind of mind as we see the delineation of like how hard it is to delve deep into an Eternal's consciousness, kind of within the lines of kind of like a computer. And he's like diving through and trying to figure shit out. Well, he's able to do that, and he pretty much sacrifices himself, and then we see that the rest come to Phastos. He's like, alright, you got anything to say for yourself? He's like, yeah, I can take out Thanos, but I can't remember. Gilgamesh is like, that's fucking stupid, you got blood on your hands, you asshole. And, of course, they're trying to figure out what to do with him, pretty much exclude him, or have the Unimind pretty much figure out what to do with him. And he's like, you don't understand. I figured out what the cost of our immortality was. And then we see that the machine has fixed itself and that the resurrection protocols are back up. And then Icarus comes back and is like, yeah, it's really hard to resurrect a being of such precision. And then he takes what he needs. Icarus draws breath, and Toby Robinson dies. So we see that the cost of the Eternals is that whenever they are resurrected, a human dies. It's that kind of balance effect. Icarus gets back with the rest of them and gets told and is like, what do we do here? We got to stop this kind of thing. Gilgamesh is even more pissed off. He's like, every time I punished you people, he's got blood on his hands for what he was doing. That's what. Always be careful when trying to mete out justice. If you go and you try and pretty much kill people to try and teach them a lesson and do that repeatedly, you have to figure out how they come back from that, because there has to be some kind of price that is paid. So we see that Zurus is brought back. They bring this up to him. He's like, we can put it to the Unimind. Cersei's pretty much had already figured it out and understood the carefreeness of trying to deal with it, but said that like the Unimind probably wouldn't care because they don't value humans. So instead of going to the Unimind and presenting this, they go to Lemura, pretty much where the Deviants are, and says that they want to go and be with the changing people and learn how to be a changing person. And it's like, wow, that's a big kind of thing that their resurrection is predicated on taking life from others, which makes sense balance-wise, and that they reject this and want to find another way. It's like, wow, okay, I'm intrigued to see how this is going to go. So, I liked how this worked out because it's like, it's a big kind of shakeup and a big kind of thing to see what these characters are going to do with this information and how the changes are going to shake up coming from this. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.